Good evening, everybody. It is the 5th of December 2021, which is absolutely crazy. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Michelle, and tonight I am joined with Emma Poli. We are covering for Zach and Eden on tonight's call. So before we jump into it, some of you may have seen Zach promote that we were going to be doing some training on enrollments, particularly how you can increase the number of enrollments into your business. And some of you may or may not have seen that between us last week, we did over 40, I think it was about 45 enrollments in the space of 5 days, which was pretty crazy. So we didn't do anything special, but we have done some things that we thought we'd share with you. But before we do that, is it okay? Because I think a lot of you haven't heard me or Emma speak for a while, if we share a little bit about who we are and why we're on this call. So my name is Michelle, and it's quite pertinent today, and I don't know whether Emma has realized that today, that it was 5 years ago that we came across Isagenix in Vegas together. So Emma and I have both been in network marketing, May for 8 years, Emma for 9. And we went in a previous company to Las Vegas to learn the skills to go pro, which is obviously what's happening at the moment online. I've seen many of you are on the GoPro. Who's enjoying the GoPro with Eric Worre? So Eric Worre changed our lives in ways we didn't expect him to change our lives. And like I'm sure many of you have done, when you've seen a speaker, you Google where they're from, just nosiness, or maybe that's just me and Emma, but that's what we did. And we would Google where people were from. And we came across the likes of Emily Vavra. We came across Susan Sly. We came across Dave Bennett. And these were the speakers that were particularly standing out to us in phenomenal presentations. I'm sure you'll agree, having been watching, many of you watching the online at the moment. And we came across Isagenix. We looked at Isagenix. We realized it wasn't in the United Kingdom. And we looked at the prices. Oh, that's not for us, but it's not there anyway. But Emma and I were with 2 other girls, and Emma will remember, we both said that's the kind of company we'd want to go for if we were moving, which we weren't, by the way. We weren't even looking. Then we came back to the UK, and I don't know whether you've ever...
Would you be able to send me how many people Lanice has enrolled total?
I'll mute someone. So I don't know who that was, but I can hear it. So we had that sliding doors moment where suddenly Isagenix appeared everywhere. We discovered it was launching in the UK. We discovered that Zach and Eden, who you all know, had just gone millionaire the week that we came back from GoPro, having heard of this company. And one of the 4 of us was friends with Zach. Didn't know him, never met him before. And she messaged him and just congratulated him. And he said, I'd like to have a chat with you. We're launching in the UK. I know you're a networker. I'd love to talk to you about the culture of the United Kingdom so that we can build a business there. No pitching. I'm sure he wanted her on board, but there was no pitching involved. It was very much a connection base. And Amy, did a call with him. And fast forward, we jumped on it. We joined. We both left our previous company in the January and went 5 months without any income whatsoever, because that was our primary source of income at the time. That is how much belief we had in Isagenix. We built an organization of 4,000 people in 5 months with not a penny of transaction taken place with customers, anything. We had no idea what was going to happen when we went live, if we're being really honest. And just so you're aware, when we joined, and this isn't a pity party in any way, shape or form, we didn't have rank advancement bonuses. We didn't have leadership pools. We didn't have cycle bonuses. We didn't even have double PIBs. So we literally came based on what the marketing plan was. And if we're being truthful, the mentorship that we got from day one from Zach and Eden was truly phenomenal. And these Sunday night calls were decided in Texas over breakfast. That was a horrible breakfast. Do you remember, Emma? And it was awful. And we decided to run these calls. That was 5 years ago in January. And other than when Christmas has fallen on Christmas Day or Halloween, those Sunday calls have never not happened. Now that is consistency for you. It's absolutely phenomenal. But both Emma and I hit executive within 4 days of going live. But that was really 4 to 5 months of building. But we both did it within an hour of each other. It was a very, very surreal moment, a crazy journey. And for me, from a personal perspective, it changed my life. I was a physio before, so I'd already left my job as a physiotherapist, but I was actually in a very toxic marriage, and it gave me the strength and courage and independence financially to walk away from that. It enabled me to move to Manchester, 150 miles away from where I was, buy my own 4-bedroom home, drive my car, but most importantly, to earn a fantastic income. Not in the sense of crazy money, but I earn a brilliant income, significantly more than I earn as a physio, working significantly less, but more importantly, flexible hours. I work around my 2 children, and that for me is the biggest thing, really, the flexibility and freedom that it has given us. And we are now over 30,000 people in our organization, from us being under Zach and downwards. And that was hit last week when we had the most phenomenal week, where I think 300 people joined in 5 days, which was a little bit crazy. Emma, do you want to quickly share what it's done for you? Obviously, I've given the backstory, but you guys.
I would just add, guys, that if you don't realise what you've got at your fingertips with this company, but actually more importantly, this team and this leadership from Zach and Eden down, you're crazy, because we've been another place. We've worked really hard, like we always have, but so hard to just make a little bit. And the systems that you've got at your fingertips, and the texts and the templates and the campaigns that we put together, it's pretty much push and play. And if you're not pushing and pressing play, then you're absolutely bonkers, because it works. I mean, I think the figures for me were I earned 6 times more in my first year with Isagenix than I did in my whole 4 years with my previous company. You've got an amazing compensation plan, and you've just got it to do. And you've got this amazing training that we all put on every week. And it is literally like, we're giving you the tools, and this is what we're doing tonight. And for me, I'm very introverted. I think a lot of people don't think that I am, but I am. I work from behind my phone a lot of the time. I don't do a lot of face-to-face stuff, although I actually love that. And to build an ongoing 6-figure income per year has changed our lives. It's allowed me to retire Cam pretty much 4 weeks into when we started, which I could never done previously, and then support my family and move to Spain 2 years ago and live on the beach, basically working. And I still work this. I'm not going to say that it's easy. There's high lows and lows highs, and Michelle will agree, but you've just got to keep stuck in until you've got to keep doing what you do, the mundane stuff that might seem really boring and really tedious. And when you're not feeling up to it, or when something happens in your family, or you're not feeling great, trust me when I tell you that just doing those basic things day in, day out is what has got me and Michelle where we are today. And we're no different than you. So I would just add that.
And we're 100% not. And I think the thing that Emma highlighted there, which is something we both have done, we've had a hell of a lot of life happen to both of us in the last 5 years. As everyone has, life happens, shit happens. But one of the things that we do, and I think Zach has said that to us time and time again, is we somehow find a way to show up. Because in many ways, I use Isagenix as my escapism. It was my savior. It was my way out of something that was very, very toxic. And so whenever things are even when I had COVID, I enrolled 12 people while I had COVID, because I had nothing else to do. And I was really poorly, but there was nothing wrong with my fingers. My fingers worked. And like Emma, I'm an extrovert, but I suffer quite significantly with mental health issues. And that has made me someone who hides behind a screen, and I hold my hand up to doing that. I didn't use social media before I joined network marketing, and it is what has paid my income every single week. I have probably enrolled 5% of people face-to-face. The rest of it is all done on social media. So one of the things that we wanted to kind of highlight first of all, and then we're going to dive into things, is that the key when you're building your business is from day one, have a follow-up system. It leads really nicely to what Zach and Eden talked about last week around those daily activities. But the reason that I enrolled 25 people in 5 days last week isn't because I'm anything special, but I've been in Isagenix for 5 years. I have a list of every single person who's ever asked me about Isagenix. And you can imagine that in 5 years, that's a lot of people. So I had a massive pool of people to go in with and go back to. And they talked last week about the follow-up system and the fortune being in the follow-up. People join me after 26 exposures. I think Emma's had something similar before. So, and it's not, you're not hassling people. The biggest thing I look at is if you don't follow me up, you're not interested. So for me, you're bothering me more. If I've asked you about something, I expect as a business owner that you would follow me up and ask if I've got any questions. And if you don't do that, then that to me tells me someone I wouldn't want to partner with. And so I carry that with me, which means that I will always follow up until what Eden says, you say no, you buy or you die. And that is literally the ethos that I have followed. And I have never had anybody, and Emma can hopefully answer, say to me, will you stop bothering me? I do get blocked, but it's not people I know. And to me, that's on them, because if I've asked someone for information, if I've asked Emma something, then I want to say to Emma, look, I've looked at the information, it's not for me. But some people don't have the what's the word? I want to say balls, because that's really rude, but you know what I mean? They don't have they don't want to say no to someone, so they just hide away and run away. But what if that person is meant to come back to you, but then life's got in the way? What if something else, and then they go and buy from someone else because they've got no attachment to you, and they suddenly see Joe Clark posting something on there and go, oh, that's that stuff I wanted, I'll buy, because they're ready to buy now. So have a follow-up system. I use Excel, and I have a follow-up drop-down sheet. It's literally a name, and then I follow the 2-day, 1 week, 2 week, month, and then every 3 months forever. And literally, I still message people every 3 months now that have never said yes. But I'm not saying come and buy Isagenix. I let them know about offers. I let them know about things, but I also check in, how are you? How are you doing with your health goals? Just wanted to check in to wish you a happy Christmas. So Christmas and New Year is a really good time to go back to every potential in the past and send them Christmas wishes, because you'll be amazed how many people will say, well, I've been meaning to ask you, or I'm going to get on something after the new year. You don't even say anything. You're just saying happy Christmas or Merry or Happy New Year. And that's it in that sense. So have a follow-up. Mine's Excel. Emma uses a whiteboard, but you also have a notepad and pen, don't you?
I use a Pro Planner. I don't know if it's available outside the UK, but I order a Pro Planner every year. It's actually based in Bolton, my old town. The lady who runs that is a network marketer, and it's it's got a diary, it's got a prospect list, it's got all the columns, it's got really nice quotes, it's got inspirational things in it. I love pen and paper, and I find I order one. I'm just going to order one tomorrow for next year. So if you're a pen and paper type of person, look up Pro Planner. That's really good.
Sharon's showing us. I'm not a pen and paper person. So what it shows is that we're very different in the way we do things, but we both have a follow-up system. So you choose the way that's right for you. So how we enrolled so many people last week was the 10% wasn't really blowing us away. 10% off £200 isn't necessarily something that someone's going to go, yes, I'm going to buy. So we looked at how can we make that offer work for us? And this is where we want to lead in with how you can then use this moving forward. And that was with My Pack. So the My Pack that has been launched into the UK and the European market, if you aren't aware, is phenomenal, because it enables you to literally be creative. In the past, we've had packs. That's it. Systems, 30-day system, premium, ultimate, shake and nourish, and the everyday wellness, the performance range. And even in the collagen, we've got the 2 options, but there's not really much flexibility in that. And if somebody wants to not cleanse, for example, and just order shakes and maybe the other bits and pieces, we don't get paid anything. So our incentive was more to lead with those full systems, because if we didn't get paid, apart from the volume that came in within that business from the other, we didn't get any introduction bonus from that. So because they've introduced My Pack, it enables you to be more flexible and build specific things. And that kind of lit a spark massively in Emma and I in that sense. So what we did in a nutshell, but then what we want to do is not focus on what we did, but how you can use this moving forward. And what we're going to do is we run with an 18-day cleanse, and we have done for a long time, probably since May. It's what helped myself, Ed, Emma and Donna get back to paid as executive, where we've all stayed paid as ever since. So it's a really, it's a powerful, it's quick wins. It comes with a £6 PIB. It's a shake and nourish pack. So that's what we've done for a few months now. And it's been very successful because we get a lot of duplication because it's £149. So what we did was we looked at how can we advertise that, but then offer something that makes people go into that 150 BV, which comes with the same PIB that the 30-day weight loss program comes with right now. So we got a little bit creative, and we did the Shake and Nourish pack plus an Isomove, which is £162. I'm sorry, I don't know the euros, but maybe someone on you can pull that together, share in your group. So it's a Shake and Nourish pack plus the Isomove. Then what we did outside of that for the upgrade was 4 pouches of shakes, 2 Nourish for Life, 1 Isomove. So you may notice that there's no Ionics that was in the Shake and Nourish pack, was in the Shake and Nourish pack, but we didn't talk about that in our mention. We're just saying there's an 18-day program that was £162, or you can upgrade for £7 and get a full 30-day system. Now that's just 12 days extra for £7. You can imagine how many people said yes to that because it was a no-brainer. Now moving forward, obviously it's not £7 because it had that 10% off and it had another 10% off. So it was 20% on the My Pack in effect. So that was the first thing we did, which was we could then go back to people that had done our plan before and paid and done a 30-day system to say that we had this available. Would they be interested? We went back to people that had terminated accounts. We went back to them. We could go back to anyone that hadn't got started before and let them know about the 18-day or an upgrade of £7. Does that make sense? So that's what we kind of did. And then we promoted it we made images. So where we work very well together is I'm really good with numbers. I play around with the numbers. I look at building packs. I discuss it with Emma and Donna and Ed and Amanda. So we kind of throw it around. And then I create the templates from that and Emma creates the images to support it. So we work as a team and then we can roll it out. Anything you want to add on that, Emma?
Yeah, and I think the great thing about what we do, we're always looking fresh on our social media because people love, oh, what's this? This looks new. And people are enticed by something exciting. People are enticed by something that looks different. People are enticed by thinking they're getting a real good deal for the goals that they're looking to achieve. So your marketing side of things, you're then re-attracting people and you're attracting new people.
And do you want to share what we did with the collagen? Because we're going to carry on with that moving forward, aren't we?
Yeah, so the collagen, like Michelle said, the 10% off, like £20 if we, and I know a lot of people ran with on your Facebook putting 10% off collagen, but really they don't even know how much collagen is anyway. So what is it 10% off? It could be 50 quid, it could be 100 quid, it could be 200 quid. But what we did, we marketed it around, you can get a 2-month supply in one order. So it's not saying 2 for 1, because it isn't, but you can get a 2-month supply in one order. And that's something you can use moving forward. And I know that I think 8 of my enrollments when we had the Black Friday were on the collagen. And what you can do with the 6-pack, the Afterglow, is give them 2 choices so that when we were connecting with people, we were saying, look, you can use it as a 2-month supply, which is fine if you want to do that. However, if you want accelerated results, you can take 2 a day for 30 days. And a lot of the people that I enrolled have actually gone with that anyway, so that you're getting that retention month after month. And it was just, I even had some people actually doubled up who went, I'll get 12 boxes. I also had some people who said, my friend's not quite sure about it. I really want it. but do you know what? Just for the first month, we're going to share a pack. And I've had people do it in the past, because I did this the last time with the free collagen box. And then they order, and we've had easy consultants come from this, developing new consultants. And I think a lot of you agree the retention on collagen is really good anyway, because people do get fab results, whether you're taking 1 a day or 2 a day. So it's been great.
Yeah, 100%. And actually, one of my ladies did that. Do you remember, Emma? She shared with her sister. And she's messaged me on Saturday. She's day 4. She can't believe the energy and she needs to order more. And I said, well, you don't need to order yet. Well, because I've doubled up, because so I've given them the option, like Emma said. So it's a different way of wording it. Now, some of you may have already been doing that, but I was always recommending it as a 30-day and taking 2 a day for accelerated results. But if you say to someone, it's a 2-month supply, on the offer, it was £200. That's £100 a month. Now, if someone orders 30 bottles of collagen, that's £127. So effectively, they're saving £54. So it's very clever marketing. All true. None of it wasn't true. It was looking at language in terms of how can we get people to see that it's something different and maybe buy on this occasion. It's getting people in that buying mode, which on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, they're all in. They're all in that kind of sort of mode. And so that's what we did with that. So the other thing that we've done with the My Pack is we've reconfigured our 30-day weight loss in our premium pack. So we've come together and looked at what do our customers not like, or what do they not need, or what not want. So we've took out the shaker and we've given that as an option. So they can optionally add that on or not. And we've took out the snacks, the Isogenics wafer snacks, because 90% of our customers don't like them. And we've built 3 30-day plans. One of them that comes with a £15 PIB, so doubles to 30, is only £187. So when you consider what our 30-day weight loss plan is 249, and that was the only option you could have. Again, that's given us some leverage to be able to go back to people in the past to say, look, you couldn't get started because of finances. What we've done is we've created some new plans, and it's a lot more affordable. Would you be open to having a listen to what we're offering? And that is what I've just said about the 18-day to the 30-day, which we're going to upgrade again. That is 4 pouches of shakes, 2 bottles of Nourish, and an Isomove. Then we've done the full 30-day weight loss system. So including the Ionics, the Thermo GX, and the Isomove, but taking out the snacks and taking out the shaker with an option to add it in. And it makes it within, because it qualifies for the My Pack 10%, makes it £227.70. And then we've done a premium pack with the same 30-day in it, and we've added chocolates and crisps. So we've took out the e-shots, because you can create, I'm just giving you what we've done. You can create whatever you want, but that premium pack is over 225 BV. So it comes with a £30, £60 PIB. So you can get people started for significantly less price, because it was £300, and you get the same return. So you can see how you'll get more people started, and it doesn't impact your income. In fact, significantly would increase that. Last week alone, my PIBs were £570, which is ridiculous, for 23 customers. I think it was 22. So when you think of that as a 570 for 22 customers, that's a big commission rate, as it were, for 22 customers, if you think of it in that sense. So we're now creating something to run into the new year. So a new year cleanse, an 18-day cleanse. And if you upgrade for £26, you get a free 14-day shred within that. And that's basically the 4 shakes, the 2 Nourish, and the Isomove. Can you see where we're going with it? So you do whatever you want with it, but what the whole reason that we enrolled so many people was, one, because we had a pool of people to go into, which again, if you're brand new, you won't have, but you will, because you'll have people that you haven't spoken to within your network already, that you can reach out to them and ask them if they're open to trying it. So we do referral asks to ask people if they'd be willing to. We're looking for people to try a 30-day plan. You get your money back. These are the results you get. Would you be interested, or anyone you know? and then you can send them the information. The same with the collagen, you can do exactly the same thing. So that's how we would help to get enrollments as well. But what we've done is played around with the different systems, and you can be as creative as you want with it. It's, you know, if you're going to do, you don't even have to do images. You can just have your basic 30-day programs, but you choose them, play around with the BVs. We've done it as best we can to get it that it's over 150, and then we gave an option for 225. Last week I actually did 2 ultimates, and that's because people wanted the collagen and the nutrition. So I want to build, as we haven't done yet, a full ultimate program, which includes a month's supply of the collagen, a 30-day reset, because there'll be people that want to buy that and really benefit from that. And that's pretty much what we've done and what we are doing. So it's looking at how you can do similar. We're happy to share what we've done. You're welcome to use it, but get creative yourself, work together in teams, make templates. So when you're doing this, you need to know what the pack is, you need an image, and you need a message that puts out to social media and a message that sends the information, so that it's literally copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. The one last thing to add on that is that you can do all of this without auto ship. So the My Pack 10% discounts doesn't require auto ship to get those same discounts. So you
can I ask a question? I think 90% of people on this call, and type a 1 in the chat box if you agree with this, you're doing this business in the pockets of your day. Yeah, type a 1 in the chat box. If you're doing this around a full-time job, around a family, around your other commitments, and type a 2 in the chat box if you agree that the time is really, really limited and calls maybe take a lot of your time up. Who's doing calls? Type a 2. Who's doing calls to get people started, to get customers started on the nutrition, on the collagen? Okay, so pretty much everybody's saying a 2. Okay, I'm going to ask Michelle a question. Michelle, how many calls for them 40-something enrollments that we did? Just them. How many calls did you do?
1. And she didn't start.
Okay. How many calls did I do? 0.
No. And I only did a call because she
so
had
easily.
I actually had Crohn's disease, and she asked me if I would speak to her on the phone. But all of them I'm not doing. So I would never have been able to enroll that many people in the past when I was doing those calls. So that's why the templates are so important. And that's really bringing it into giving people the information, showing people that they can achieve what they can with, like, we've got all the tools, the transformation link, which is on the ER Easy system. I use that to share with people. I tell people it's a complete system, and then you give them the prices, and then you send a link and they join. So it's so simple and much easier to do than it was. And I think the link,
because there's no auto ship, I think everybody would agree. Again, just if you type in the chat box, who agrees that you send a lot of links out, and as soon as they see the auto ship thing, it really turns them off, and then they just disappear into the abyss. Nobody has done that. Everybody completes it because it's just an order, it's a basket, they just complete, it doesn't get messy. Even though I explain, look, you're going to see an auto ship lifestyle rewards. This is what it is. Don't worry about it. We're going to chat week free, blah, 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 blah. They still come back and say, why is there a box of collagen sat in my basket for 30 days? Am I paying that now? I don't really understand it. I don't want an auto ship. No problem. The links literally, they start up, you see it on your phone, and they started and finished within minutes.
That's great. It's so exciting. The other thing as well with the collagen, if you do 6 boxes on the collagen, on the My Pack, it gives you the same price as the Afterglow bundle. So do it as a la carte order on My Pack, but 6 individual boxes. So you don't put the 60 count, you put 1 in and then times it by 6. That gives you the exact same discount that you'd get if you ordered an Afterglow, and there's no need to have it. So you can just choose preferred customer, and then they can order when they want. Now, so you don't lose business with that, what I would do is 3 weeks in, obviously keep in touch with your customers, see if they're wanting to continue, show them how they can continue to order on their app moving forward, and there you go.
Your penny app tells you when, you know, oh, they won't, will it, or they ought to ship.
It won't
You're
tell
just
you
going to
when
have to,
you'll need to
you're
keep
just
track.
going to have to keep maybe a 3-week a list, or whether it's on spreadsheet or on an actual notepad, what the 3-week date is. But a lot of them come back to you before anyway, because they love it.
They do. Any questions? We've run over a few minutes, sorry. I can't see the questions, so Emma will have to tell me what they are.
Anybody want to unmute? We'll give 2 minutes if anybody's got any quick questions. Don't be shy. Forever hold your peace.
Was that useful?
Can you put down?
I probably should put a number in the chat box. I just find it strange. But
I have a question.
Who's that? I can't see.
Adele. The deals you made, is it possible to put them again in the upload under the in the group, the packs you made?
Yes. I can do what I've done with the 30-day plans now. So at the minute I've got 2 30-day options, or 3 30-day options, 2 basic for you to get the £30 PIB or 15, and then I've got a premium. I haven't created the ultimate yet, but I will at some point. So I've got that written down, and then the deals that we've done, obviously the prices have changed now because the Black Friday discounts off, but we've just been working on, I've just made an image for an 18-day cleanse to pay an upgrade of £26 to get 2 weeks before Christmas in if you want. And they've got to order by midnight tomorrow, so they can start on the 9th and they'll finish on the 23rd. So it's about being like creative and looking at what people want, so you're allowing them to have that Christmas and New Year period off. Once the New Year's out of the way, you will then just do it as an 18-day cleanse with an upgrade for £26 for 30 days.
Great.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But you can see when you look at that, when everyone looks at something, if you've got an upgrade and it's a reasonable price, you'll pay the upgrade, because you can quickly work out that £26 for an extra 12 days, and it's actually an extra 14, but it's like £2 a day. So then they go, oh, well, that's yeah, I might as well go for that. So
yeah, we can put that
from £6 PIB up to 30.
Yeah. Maybe what we'll do is tomorrow we'll just work on everything. We'll put it in the Here We Grow group. So if you're not in that, there's definitely a lot of you in that. It was the Here Comes Collagen group. We've just changed the name of it because we're putting all the templates.
Numbers are in there for the 30 days. I've done that, and the 18-day. But I've done an 18-day with a £50 upgrade, but I've changed that now. So I'll update that tomorrow, and I'll remove the Black Friday ones moving forward.
And
because there.
If somebody can convert that to Dutch, and you can then put it in your group and pass it on to you guys. Lisanne, yeah, you could do that, couldn't you, Lisanne, for delegating that to you?
There might be a couple of euros difference in the upgrade because of different taxes. Yeah. And that. So obviously, if you just double check the numbers your end, it's not going to be more than 30 euros though as an upgrade difference. And again, still, when they quickly work that out, it's £2 on a day, €2 on a day. Like, it's not when they've paid that amount. I've just said to a lady, she's like, what's your pre-Christmas thing? And I said, oh, it's this amount, but the 18-day alone is this. And she's like, oh, that's a no-brainer. So, because it is.
It's,
you look at it in
that. Somebody Here We Grow. But if you speak to your mentor or mentor's mentor, there's most of you are already in it.